normally gets fired, doesn't he? All right, folks, that's me over there. I'm the senior executive here and founder of the division. I've had 20 years experience in the financial services space. I'm a chartered accountant. We've got 3 chartered accountants. Maybe that's why the sound keeps going out. We've got the other chartered accountant in charge of the technical, and that's probably our mistake, you see. Anyway, that's Tim. You saw him there. He's our banking specialist, comes out of the banking industry, also a chartered accountant. We've got Stacy, our 3rd chartered accountant. You can see the 3 of us know what's going on. These 2 are just pretending. Do you see that? Okay. And then we've got, of course, Jane, and we've got Rob. Rob's our design guy. Everything that you see, feel, and touch here was designed by Rob. He ran his own digital design firm for nearly 20 years, specializing in the financial services space. So, folks, what is it that we do here at DuePoint? Well, we've got 2 objectives. Our first objective, our primary objective, and the passion of this business is putting in the hands of South Africans a tool that they can use to build stable, recurring income in their own hands. You know that in the South African context right now, we are all in a very unstable situation. If you've got a full-time job right now, I can assure you that it too does not create for you regular income. Our current economy is shrinking. People are losing jobs on a daily basis. What did we see in the first half of this year? 433,000 people who could have been economically active are now added to the unemployment list in South Africa. 500,000 people every 6 months. Does that mean that there's going to be 1 million new unemployed people by the end of this year? Well, there's a good chance at the rate that we're going. So even if you've got a job, you're in the queue like the rest of us for the point at which that job ends. That's what a shrinking economy means. You're also in a position where you cannot control your income. Somebody else at your job is going to tell you how much you can earn. They're going to tell you what your increase is going to be. They're going to tell you what bonus you're going to get. And they may even be the people that tell you that you are retrenched. We have no control of our income in South Africa, and that is what we want to fix. If we can put a tool in your hands that you can control, that you can use to not only create an income on an ad hoc basis, but to create an income that is stable and recurring, then we believe we can start being part of the economic solution here in South Africa. One of the parts of the solution we want to be is we want to get on top of this debt thing. This debt thing has poisoned our entire economic society in South Africa. We've become experts at it. We have worked out many, many different ways on how to put ourselves further and further into debt. We borrow money for food, which means that one day somebody else will be paying for food we've already eaten. We borrow money for clothes. When the clothes are worn out, we're still going to be paying for clothes we wore last season. This is what we do. This is how we bridge the gap between what we earn and what we need to survive. I think if I asked all of you, you'd all tell me you don't earn enough to survive. That's the common denominator in South Africa. Actually doesn't matter how much you earn, your expenditure always exceeds your income. And maybe it's like a law of nature, the gravitational constant. No matter how much more you earn, you'll find ways to spend more than it. Now what you've done in the past is you've bridged that gap between what you earn and what you need to survive with this debt. If we can put a tool in your hands that creates a stable recurring income, we can replace that bridge. This income can be the bridge instead of the debt that's there. Now, the second thing that we hope for is that it creates for you some free cash flow, which means that you're able to handle the blows of life better. Right now, as they come in, someone gets sick in the family, granny dies and you have to pay for the funeral, you have a car accident, you've got to fix your car, etc., etc. These things that are coming through all the time. If you've got a little bit of free cash, those things don't turn into a crisis. Right now, for us, it's a crisis. When the blows of life hit us, what do? We have to run out and get more debt. That's what we do, and we want to solve that problem. Then what we want to do is we want to solve the long-term problems that we have as individuals. All of us are going to get to the point sometime when we cannot work anymore. We're all going to be forced into retirement, whether we like it or not, whether we want to call it that or not. At some stage, we're going to have to stop working. What do we do then? Who funds our expenditure then? For generations, we've lent on our children. Our children have had to take us on as extra children into their households, and they have had to look after us. Now, we want to change that. We want this tool by then to have created a stable recurring income for you that allows you to live through your retirement without having to be dependent on someone else, and certainly without having to have the savings that the economists are telling us the average South African should have if they're going to survive retirement. None of us are going to make this. 10 times annual salary saved, forget it. But if we created stable recurring income then we've put you in a position where this doesn't have to apply to you. That's our primary objective here at DuePoint. Our secondary objective is we're creating a 21st century financial business. We want to connect you, the supplier, directly to us, you, the consumer, directly to us, the supplier. We don't want you to have to wait for business hours or to have to go through third parties to connect with us. We have created in our system a pipeline that connects us directly to you on a 24-hour basis. With those two objectives molded together, we come to what we call the DuePoint system. Now, the DuePoint system is very, very simple. What it does is it allows you as an individual to contract with us as a wealth engineer. As a wealth engineer, you have one task. One task. It's not selling, it's not presenting, it's not marketing. It is simply connecting individuals to us, DuePoint. When you do that, you penetrate the South African economy for us. You create over time for us channels of distribution into which we can come as DuePoint and facilitate the purchase of our products. When we do that, we create revenue. When we create revenue, we create that recurring extra income that I've been talking about for you. Now, why is it recurring? Well, we don't sell things here. We don't sell goodies, okay? So you're not in a position where you have to buy a box of things and then hope that you can sell it to other people. That does not create recurring income, no matter what you've seen on Facebook, okay? It means that some months people are buying and other months they're not, but every month you're buying stock. You're buying things. Here at DuePoint, we use financial services and lifestyle products, which run on a debit order system, which means that every month, no matter where you are, whether you're lying in hospital or on holiday or unable to do what you think you need to do, it doesn't matter. The debit orders are raised, and where they are paid, your income comes in. That is the cornerstone of the system that we have created here. It was the fundamental first piece to ensure that we could create stable, recurring income. Now, the second layer of our system is that we allow you, or we built into the system, the ability for you to be able to expand beyond yourself. We wanted to create an opportunity for you that would create revenue on a 24-hour basis. Right now, no matter what job you have, you earn in the 8 hours that you work. The moment you stop, your revenue stops. The moment you put your tools down, you cannot create any more income. If you get sick and can't go to work, they don't pay your children for fun, or they don't pay you for fun. They stop paying you. When you get retired and you can't work, the payments stop. There's no legacy. There's no asset in what you're building. With the DuePoint system, you are able, through these channels that you create for us, to create teams that work in the creation of your income with you. And it literally starts creating a situation where your money is being generated on a 24-hour basis. Now, folks, it is very important to note that this is not an employment contract. It's not an employment contract. We do not hire people here at DuePoint. So for all my Facebookers, no DuePoint Facebook pages after this, please. I'm begging you. Do not set up one. DuePoint recruitment. DuePoint employment. We don't sponsor, we don't recruit, we do none of these things. This is not the same as what you have done in the past. This is a completely unique and new system that has been created in South Africa, and it allows you to remain completely independent of us through this process. Now, ladies and gentlemen, to become a wealth engineer is a zero-risk decision. There is no cost to being a wealth engineer in the DuePoint system. There's no starter kits that have to be bought, no starter manuals, no starter fee. There's no application form fee. There's no monthly business fee, marketing fee, admin fee. There are no fees for being a wealth engineer. By simply being a DuePoint product owner, you are automatically a wealth engineer at no additional cost. It also does not require you to have any specific qualification. I think most of you would know that if you get into the financial services space, you need to have passed regulatory exams. You need NQF level 5 education, and you need experience in the financial services industry. That is not the case, because you are not doing anything other than connecting individuals to us at DuePoint, and therefore it is for everyone. And through this process, we believe that you will construct for yourself an asset. Now, why do we say an asset? Well, an asset, our hope is something that will create legacy, not only in your life, but in your family's life. With us, you are creating something that creates that recurring, stable income. Where you have recurring income, you are now able to price your channel. It has value. When it has value, you can sell it. you can transfer it, and it'll outlive you. It'll be handed over to your children when you pass away, and the income you generated and created in your life will now be earned by your children. They can choose to carry on building the channel too. That's our hope. And they expand on the legacy that you have created for them. This is the exact opposite of your current employment experience, isn't it? The moment you retire, that is the end of that. Your children certainly don't get to take over your job. But we're hoping we put something in your hand that can be passed on from generation to generation. Folks, you form no part of the sales transaction here at DuePoint. None at all. You do absolutely no selling. You are not brokers. You are not agents. You are not financial advisors. You're not even marketers or advertisers. That is not your task. Your task is simply to connect individuals to us through our system that has been designed for your absolute convenience. So how do you connect individuals to us? Well, there's 4 ways. There's only 4 ways. The first way is you get one of our USB sticks at our information counter, or you order it at info@dewpoint.net. Our USB stick costs 150 Rand. It has got our presentations on it. Anytime, anywhere, you plug that USB stick into a smart TV, laptop, computer, and there we are presenting the DuePoint system to anybody you want. You have connected individuals to us. The second way is through this presentation room. If you're in Gauteng and can get here, Monday to Saturday, we do presentations out of here. Evenings, lunchtimes, mornings, you can connect individuals to us by simply putting them in this room. The third way is our YouTube channel. It is your #1 resource here at DuePoint. If you've never used YouTube before, welcome to the first day of the rest of your life. YouTube is your #1 resource here with us. It has got every single presentation we've ever done recorded on it. You can go and look for all your favorites. Go find your favorites and use those any time of the day, 24 hours a day, to connect individuals to us. You would be amazed at how fresh we are at 3 o'clock in the morning, ready to go to present to whoever you want to connect us to. We're there. Makeup on, suit ready. YouTube is your friend. Okay? Tough crowd. Do you guys know who YouTube is? Huh? Some of you are looking at me like you don't. Time to find out. It's your #1 resource here at DuePoint. It has everything you need on it, and anywhere in the country, any time of the day, you can be connecting individuals to DuePoint through YouTube. And then the fourth way of connecting people to DuePoint is through our live streams. Every one of our presentations is live streamed across the country every day. So if you're at work, you're at home, you're in a coffee shop, you just simply get a screen with an internet connection, and you can bring your acquaintances and connect them directly to us without having said a word. Now, folks, having done that, connected people to us, some of the people that see this presentation are going to catch the vision of what we're trying to do here. They want to become wealth engineers. When they do, we allocate them to you, and your channel is born. These few folk go out, do the same thing, connect individuals to us. Some become wealth engineers as well, and we allocate them to you. And this process continues over and over, onwards and onwards, until you've got a channel that spans across the country. And this process is happening at all hours of the day. We then come along. You have now penetrated the market. You have created a channel of distribution for us. And we as DuePoint come along and facilitate the purchase of our products throughout this channel, and your income is born. Now, what's very important to note, ladies and gentlemen, is that this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not an S word of any type. We're not a scheme. We're not a scam. We're not a shape. Okay, the 3 S's that we read about in newspapers and your dad warned you about, okay? That's not who we are. We are a listed and licensed life and short-term insurance company. We have 8 regulators that look after us. We have quarterly reviews by these regulators. We didn't just slip something past them. This is a genuine income-earning opportunity, which means, like every other genuine thing on earth, your career, building your own business, you are certainly not going to get rich overnight. But it has the power to completely change your life and your future, where you apply thought, persistence, energy, determination, and above all else, time to the process. People say to me, Brendan, this sounds too good to be true. What's the catch? Here's the catch. Time. Time is what you're going to put into this thing. And that's what we're bad at here in South Africa. We don't have the self-discipline for it. We constantly say, no, it's too hard. It's taking too long. Well, you're going to have to if you want to change your life with us. Now, there's 2 ways that you earn with the DuePoint system. The first is through our returns program. Our returns program pays you R27.50 every time someone in your channel pays for their product successfully via debit order, multiplied by a factor of where in your channel your payment was made. So for instance, you go out, you chat to a few folk, they become wealth engineers, some of them, they make their debit order payment successfully, you get R27.50 multiplied by 200%. That's 55 Rand. 55 Rand, not 1 Rand, not 5 Rand 50, not 12 Rand 26, 55 Rand every month that they make their product payments successfully. It is significant, it is material, and it is 21st century numbers. These folk go out, they talk to a few more people, just a handful of people. Some become wealth engineers. Again, they pay their debit orders, you get R27.50 multiplied by 200%. That's 55 Rand again. Now, in this particular example, you've been here 5 minutes. There's a handful of people, and you are already earning just under 1,000 Rand a month in the DuePoint system. Hasn't changed your life? No, this is not Facebook that promises you 100,000 after 3 months. This is work and effort, but in 5 minutes, in this particular example, you can already feel the income that's flowing in. Now you apply a bit more time and persistency to it, and your channel starts to grow, and you start earning on a reducing basis. However, there is no limit to the size of the channel that you can build at DuePoint. From the 8th point on, you will always receive 4% of R27.50 where you qualify to earn. Now, if you want to understand what it means to qualify to earn, just simply go and watch our 6-minute training video on our YouTube channel, or come to one of our training sessions on a Saturday morning. 6 minutes, it's the simplest system in the world where you qualify to earn. You can build a channel of any size you like, and as long as you qualify, you will earn 4% of R27.50 from the 8th point onwards. Our hope is that your potential is not limited here at DuePoint. That when you hand it over to your children, they are able to continue to expand that channel and their income with our system. Now, practically speaking, what does that mean? How much can you earn? People ask me that question all the time. If I've done this for 10 months, how much can I earn? If I put 100 people in, how much can I earn? The answer is it's impossible for me to answer. Every one of you will grow at a different rate in a different way. Rob always says that some of you are going to be part of the biggest club, which is of people who do nothing, and then you don't earn anything. Some of you are going to grow at a medium rate and will earn nicely. Some of you will be growing out of control and will change your lives in 5 minutes with the DuePoint system. So we went and we did a whole lot of mathematics, and we came up with what we think is a conservative and realistic growth formula that will help us indicate plus minus how much you can earn in the system. We call it the 3+2 growth formula. It says in your first month with us, you've got to put 3 people in. Hardly onerous. Then in every other month, you must put 2 people in. One every 2 weeks on your first point in your channel. That's where the persistency, that's where the time and effort's going to come in. Every month, 2 people on your first point. If you can do that and work with the guys you put in to do the same thing, and we apply our maths of cancellations, lapses, fall-offs, people not doing 3+2, all of those sorts of things, we think you can reasonably estimate that after about 6 months with us, you're going to be earning about 2,500 Rand a month. Now, for some of you, you're going to go, oh, no, 6 months worth of effort. I earn that in a day. I'm not going to do 6 months for that. Folks, I think we've lost the value of money. 2,500 Rand a month means that you've increased your household income by 30,000 Rand a year. You've done it where you're in control, and you've done it on a recurring, stable basis, an extra 30,000 Rand a year. And you've done it in 6 months. Now, if you can push through to 12 months with us, we reckon that you can reasonably estimate to be earning about 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month. That's 120,000 Rand a year that's now been added to a household income. That's not to be sniffed at. I don't think many of you here are going to get a 10,000 Rand raise at the end of this year. Or any of you in control of dictating that you get the 10,000 Rand raise at the end of this year. No. But with this tool, and it's your tool, you can choose what raise and how much growth you want per annum. We think reasonably that can be your situation. Now, you see that that's 12 months. It's not 12 minutes. It's not 12 days. It's not 12 weeks. It's 12 months. That's where the persistency comes in. Now, if you can do 2 years with us, we reckon that you'd be earning around 27,000 to 30,000 Rand a month, 360,000 Rand a year. I think none of you here would say that you would not feel an extra 30,000 Rand a month coming into your accounts. It's 2 years. It's 2 years. But how much has your life changed? How much debt have you eradicated? having increased your household income by 30,000 Rand a year. If you can do 3 years with us, we reckon you can reasonably estimate to be on about 45 to 50,000 Rand a month. That's 600,000 a year. If you can do 4 years with us, we reckon you're going to be on about 60 to 65,000 Rand a month. That's 720,000 Rand a year, beyond the aspirations of most. And if you can do half a decade with us, not 5 months, not 5 minutes, half a decade with us, we reckon you will be on about 80 to 100,000 Rand a month. That's R1,000,000 a year. You're now part of the top 0.5% of earners in the country. But that's only for those who have been persistent and energetic and thoughtful and proactive for half a decade. So I get different responses to this calculation. The first one I get is, and you'll be surprised, the majority one, the problem with DuePoint is you earn too slowly. Yes, this is not Facebook. This isn't it. This is not those promises you see there that say that you'll earn in 3 months. No, this is the real deal. The real deal creates real, stable income for what we hope is your whole life. And if you're going to do that, you are going to take time. But I'll ask you the question today. How long have you spent in your employment? Doesn't matter what role you are. Doesn't matter how qualified you are. How long have you spent in your employment? And have you been able to increase your earnings? Have you been able to control your earnings anywhere near the numbers that we believe are coming out here? It's amazing how happy we are to throw our lives away in employment. When I say to people, do you want to do this? I don't have time for this. I don't have time for this. But you have time to put 40, 60, 80, 100 hours a week into your job. That is taking you nowhere. Am I right? You just let me know if any of you have got a yacht and a med that I don't know about. Okay? It is taking you nowhere. I know. 99.5% of South Africans are in jobs that will never reach their aspirations. So I can say it with confidence that it is a dead-end wheel, hamster wheel, that you go and run on all day long, and you go nowhere. And then you say, I don't have time to be in control of my income. We have to change the way we think about generating income in South Africa. We have to. No one's coming to our rescue. You might not have noticed. Okay? We have to come to our own rescue. Now, the alternative view I get to this is that people say to me, Brendan, this is just flagrant marketing. Nobody's ever going to earn this much. All right, well, good news. We already have people earning this much, so that does make me feel better. But originally, we said, that's right. Let's look at this on the ground. What are real people doing with this? And every month, we select a handful of people across our channel and just showcase them to you. If you're here in the next 2 weeks, we've got another bunch of people coming through for the next month. But this was last month's guys. We've got this guy here, Jack from Mpumalanga. Okay? Jack joined us 6 months ago. 6 months ago, he got in. He lives in Mpumalanga. He doesn't get to use the presentation room because these guys are a province away. He uses all of our remote tools. You know, YouTube, the thing you all look blank at me about, and he uses that, you know, and the USB sticks and the live streaming, he uses it. And in 6 months, he's built a channel that's worth 7,000 Rand a month. Now, I said after 6 months, you would probably be reasonably earning about 2,500 Rand. And I stick to that. I think that those are reasonable goals. But Jack said, no thanks. This input-output tool, I'm going to put more in so that I can get more out. And 6 months down, he's earning 7 grand a month. Now, the question I ask everybody is, just draw up that list in your mind of all the problems you currently have. Okay? How many of them do you cross off with an extra 7,000 Rand a month? 6 months ago, Jack had the same problems. Now, he has that many less problems. He's in the position you're wanting to be in right now. He just made the decision to do it. Then we've got Engelbert. Engelbert's in Durban, KZN, miles away. Joined us 15 months ago, had a hell of a year last year, in and out of hospital, bad health. His guys let him down. He had to start over a few times. But the system continued to work for him. And 15 months down, he's got a channel worth 12,000 Rand a month. Now, in my maths, I said a year to 9,000 to 10,000 Rand. So 15 months, 12,000 Rand a month, he's about on track, despite everything that happened to him during the year. That is where I find the most sense of confidence and encouragement in our system, is that it is working for those despite the circumstances of life. And at the moment, he's enjoying a channel worth 12 grand a month. Now, our last lady, Nkayezi here from Boksburg, joined us 90 days ago. 90 days ago. 3 months ago, she was sitting in the chairs that you are sitting in here today, and she said, I'm going to get myself on that stage. And as true as Bob, 3 months later, she was standing on the stage about a month ago, telling us how she's built a channel that's now worth 17,000 Rand a month in 90 days. I said it would take a year to get to 9 to 10,000. I said 2 years to get to 27,000. So she's at about 18 months worth at the moment, and she did it in 3 months. This tool is in, whatever you put in is what you're going to get out. She stood up here and she said, I made the decision when I sat in here that every day henceforth I'd speak to 25 people. 90 days later, she has 700 people in her channel. The decision is yours, ladies and gentlemen. Go to our YouTube channel. We have got piles of testimonies. We didn't just pick the top 3 and put them up. Piles and piles and piles of testimonies you can watch. Listen to what people are saying, how they are using the system. Some are earning 700 Rand a month. Some are earning 3,000 Rand a month. Some are earning 83,000 Rand a month. It is completely up to you. You go, look them up, and watch their testimonies here at DuePoint. Now, that's the first way you earn. The second way that you earn is through our XP Rewards program. That's our training program. We train you from beginner to expert how to do this business. We take you through a series of steps, and as you complete the steps, we give you what's called XP points. XP points are simply a measure of your experience. They're not worth anything. They're not worth rands and cents. They are simply a measure of how you are advancing through our training program. Now, as you advance through the training program, naturally your channel starts to grow. And where you meet the 2 criteria of experience and channel size in our training program, you are rewarded. You are rewarded initially with a little bit of cash. This is in addition to those returns I was talking about. And then as you get a little bit more experience, your channel gets a little bit bigger, well, so does the cash that we reward you with. Then we start to reward you with tools. Tools that we know will help you accelerate the growth of your channels. At rank 5 in the training program, we give you an imported lightning memory stick. Comes from the United States, plugs into every single one of our of the electronic devices in South Africa. It's jam-packed with our presentations, downloads, tools, testimonies, everything you need to connect individuals to DuePoint anytime, anywhere, whether you've got an internet connection or not. At rank 7 in the training program, we give you an imported set of business cards worth 12,500 Rand. They're gold gilded, gold printed, and custom made to you. They go to 3 different printers before they arrive in your hands. And when you give somebody the Ferrari of business cards, they're going to want to know who DuePoint is and what you do for them. If you want to see a set of these, go and look in our glass cabinet. Go and see what a set of 12,500 Rand business cards looks like for you. Folks, at rank 9, as long as you maintain your channel size every year, we take you and your family away every year for a week, 5-star business class, all expenses paid. Every year. Every year. And it is every rank 9 that comes with us. Now, don't get too excited. You're all rank 0. So it's a long way to go to rank 9. But if you put your heads down, you put the time in, you're persistent, you tolerate the frustration of dealing with people, because people are incredibly frustrating individuals. If you can do that, and you can do it over time, when you reach rank 9, we take you away. Now, we've got a whole bunch of people coming away with us this year that are rank 9s already. You can see their testimonies on YouTube. And they're coming with us in December to Mauritius. That's where we're going this particular year. We go different places all the time. Now, we're not going to the caravan park. Okay, 5-star business class is where we're going. Everybody who makes rank 9 can join us. December's a long way away. You can still make the decision to make it. You can. In a couple months' time, I won't be able to say that to the audience. I'll have to say, sorry, you'll have to come with us next year. But the wonderful thing about this business is you don't lose what you've done this year. You don't start at 0 every year. You build and build year after year after year, which means that if you put the time in, you will ultimately hit rank 9, and you will ultimately join us. Folks, this year, this is footage from the hotel that we will be going to in December. Will you be there? Well, that's a decision you're going to make. We've got a whole bunch of families coming with us already. Folks, at Rank 11, we give you another very useful tool. It's your own car. It's not rented to you. It's not financed through us. It's not given to you and taken away, and it's not branded. It's your car. And it is our hope that you will use this tool to create freedom for yourself with us. Every month, we run what is called Wealth Quests. Wealth Quests run from the first month to the last, from the first day to the last day of every month. They're designed for all of you to be able to achieve them. They're tough as blazers, but they have incredible rewards. For those who put their minds to it and set down, we reward them with tools each month that will help them grow their channel. Some months it's an iPad, which it happens to be this month. Your very own iPad. Anyone been to an store recently, an Apple store recently, to see how much an iPad is? Hey? You know how much they are? Okay. The end of this month, if you can complete the criteria of our Build the Right Team for the Dream challenge, then you'll get your own iPad. There's not like 5, and it's the first 5 people. It's everybody who completes the criteria will get their own iPad. This month, what do you got to do? You got to add 2 wealth engineers to your first point and get them qualified. Okay? Find out what that means. Watch the training videos. Once they are qualified, you need to make sure that the first 3 points of your channel have no wealth engineers that cancel during this month. If you can do that for 1 month, you'll have yourself a brand new iPad that is all yours. Okay, that's pretty decent. Worth the effort, is it not? All right. Guys, people ask me all the time, where do we get the money for this? How does this business fund itself? Well, like traditional insurance and banking, we fund ourselves through the payment of products. In the traditional space, how do we connect people? We advertise like crazy. TV adverts, billboards, radios, SMS campaigns, bathroom campaigns, taxi campaigns, hundreds of millions of rands a month, billions a year the industry spends on advertising to you. What do? We take the price of the advertising and we build it into the price of your monthly product payments. Your funeral cover, your car cover, your life cover, your banking fees are all made up of 35 to 50% next month's marketing cost. Now, we do exactly the same thing here at DuePoint. The only difference is we never advertise. You are never going to see an advertisement of DuePoint on any medium. We use you. You connect us to the market. You penetrate the market for us. And all that money that we would have spent on SABC, DSTV, etc., is now made available to you and your channel. It's that simple. That's how it works. You can come and chat to me in more detail afterwards if you'd like. Folks, now there are 3 products that we as DuePoint facilitate the purchase of, not you. You as wealth engineers do not need to talk about our products. That's my job. That's DuePoint's job and our website's job. The first of the 3 products that we facilitate the purchase of is our Access Wealth plan. Our Access Wealth is designed to give you access to wealth. What it does for 299 Rand a month, it opens your very own tax-free investment account for you. We take 100 Rand of the 299 and we put it in your tax-free investment account. And it is a no-notice, no-restriction period account, which means the money is immediately available to you. There's no maturing periods or waiting periods. The money is immediately available to you, which means that the actual cost of this product is only 199 Rand. For the 199 Rand, you get 110,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover. All right, so let's follow me with this one again, because we're going to go through 3. Access Wealth, 299, your own tax-free investment account, okay, and 110,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover. That's what it goes. Now, product number 2 is our Wealth Guard product. Wealth Guard is 274 Rand a month, and for that, it gives you 1.1 million Rands worth of personal accident cover. No waiting periods, no deferred benefit periods, no maximum age limits, no medical examinations or declarations. You pay your first premium, 274, and you have 1.1 million Rands worth of personal accident cover. People say to me, where's the fine print? Where's the T's and C's? Well, there's very few of them. I've basically shown you them all. The rest are on the slide. But if you go to our website, you can download a full policy document before you've even clicked the apply button and read through the whole product. But there it is, nice and clean cut. How do we make it so clean cut? How are we able to innovate like this? Well, because you are dealing with the source. We are the insurance company. Some people come to me and say, who underwrites you? We underwrite us. We are the insurance company, and that's that pipeline that we want to build that connects you to us directly. Now, the third product is our non-insurance, non-financial product. It is our Wealth Points Buyers Club. Basically, we as a big corporate are able to go out into the market and negotiate with suppliers. Checkers, Hershey's, Take-A-Lot, Yuppie Chef, Eagle Ford, streams and streams of suppliers always on. And we're able to go to them and say, well, what discounts, prices, account managers will you give us as a corporate? And they give us fantastic rates, better rates than you could normally get. Now, as a member of our Wealth Points program for 274 Rand a month, you now have access to those discounts. If you need data at a cheaper price, you can come through our Wealth Points program. If you need to buy appliances or groceries or travel, you buy it through our Buyers Club, and you get our discounts, our account managers, our vouchers. Simply to be a member of the Wealth Points Buyers Club, 274 Rand a month. And for all three products, like I said, you're a wealth engineer. And as a wealth engineer, you get immediate access to the entire executive and management team that is here. We're here to support you, teach you, train you, motivate you, everything that you need. You can come and book us Monday to Saturday, and we'll work with you at no charge. You get to use all the facilities here, our presentation rooms, boardrooms, breakaway rooms, free Wi-Fi, tea and coffee, Monday to Saturday, available at no charge to you. You get to use all of our state-of-the-art technology, folks, that is maintained and developed for you at no charge. And you get nationwide footprint because we live stream everything across the country every day. You can build your channel anywhere in the country. All of that you get as a wealth engineer here at DuePoint. So folks, we don't feel like there's much of a decision here. We feel like the real decision is your personal decision. The decision you have to make to start saying, am I going to continue running on that treadmill, or am I going to start changing the way I create income for myself? None of us are ever going to ask you to quit your job. That would be ridiculous. This is meant to be the tool that bridges that gap that you are currently filling with debt. Our hope is that in the long term it'll give you more, but right now we want to start changing how your income is generated. Folks, if you choose to become a wealth engineer today, it's very simple. Just connect into our free Wi-Fi, use your tablet or your smartphone, go to dewpoint.net, click the big blue apply button, fill out the form, and in 5 minutes you'll be a wealth engineer. W number will be sent to your phone, and your channel is now born. Your asset is now in your hands. You can choose to make it worthless by doing absolutely nothing with it, and that's absolutely fine. You don't have to do anything. Wake up tomorrow morning and go, I should never have done this. That's fine. Don't do anything. It will have cost you nothing. Or you can choose to make it something magnificent. That will be in your hands. Once you have become a wealth engineer, please talk to your lead wealth engineer. That's the person who brought you here. Tell them what your goal is. Is it an extra 5 grand a month? Is it an extra 10 grand a month? Give them the goal and then work the plan out with the DuePoint system. If you don't do it, I promise you 5 years from now, you'll be earning nothing. You will have drifted off into the ether, and that's not what we want. Folks, we have all the tools that you need to build your channels here. Go to the info counter outside or order them at info@dewpoint.net. Get the tools if you want to start changing your future. There's our USB stick with our presentations on. Business cards you can buy right now. You don't have to wait until rank 7. Power blocks for all your phones that go dead every time you try and fill out an application form. Okay? Get the power blocks so that doesn't happen and hinder the growth of your channel. We've got piles of other ones. Guys, get out there, get the tools before you leave today. Now, folks, you've come on a very good week. We are running our Throwdown Thursday, this Thursday night at 6:30. We run it once every 3 months, so this is quite rare, and you're in the right week to make it. What we do at Throwdown Thursday is we tackle the 10 most common objections to the DuePoint system. We get people who want to object to a certain part, we tackle them, and we do it. So Rob and I will be on stage. It's a special evening. It's going to be packed, full house. It is a great one to bring, like your dad, for instance, who when you go home today and you say, I heard this fantastic thing, goes, pyramid scheme. He's the perfect guy to bring. You know, or your brother, who when you showed him the new car you bought, he said, you should have got it in blue. You know, that guy, that personality. Thursday night is the night to bring the difficult guys. Bring your guests. Book now. It's going to pack out. It probably is already more than half full. And make sure you're here at 6:30 for our once every 3 months Throwdown Thursday. And then, folks, you know, on the 9th of August, public holiday, Women's Day. All right. This is a fantastic opportunity for you to change your income. a fantastic. You've got the time. People at home, they've got the time. We'll be running a double presentation on that day, one at 10 o'clock, one at 10 o'clock, and one at 12:15 on the 9th of August. It's a double opportunity for you to bring guests and grow your channels. We find public holidays are the best days. It could be a huge boost in the growth of your channel. Make sure it's in your diary. It's next week, Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken, 9th of August. Make sure you're here with us or tuning in live, guys, twice on that day. Folks, if you become a wealth engineer, I again encourage you to join, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Go to YouTube, search DuePoint channel, and click subscribe. It is free to subscribe, and the moment you do, you'll be alerted every time we go live, and you'll be alerted every time we upload a video. It's your #1 resource. Make sure you subscribe. And then, folks, download our free app. It is your view into your channel in real time, 365 days of the year, 24 hours a day. Get that app. It's got your policy documents and product documents on it. It's got your personal details. It's got your tools, and it's got your access to your channel in it. Download it before you leave today. You can just use our free Wi-Fi. And if you do become a wealth engineer and intend on using our facilities, please make sure you book before you come. This is unfortunately South Africa. We've got lots of security at the gate. They can turn you away if you have not got your name on the list. So go to events on our website or the event button in your app and make sure at least your name is down before you come to one of our events. Ladies and gentlemen, you will see that we are rather serious about what we are doing here. Rather serious. Have a look around you at what we have put into this business. We are 100% determined to be part of the solution in South Africa. We believe quite strongly that no one else is coming to our rescue. We want to do this, and we want you to be involved with us. If you've got questions or concerns, come and ask us. Ask your lead wealth engineer. We've had to answer the questions before. Let's answer them. Let's get you confident about what you're doing. And let's make sure you all walk out of here today with this tool in your hands. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to see you all outside. And thanks for all of you who've tuned in live today.